E-commerce research, a firm foundation. Welcome back to this InvestNI tutorial on e-commerce. In this video, we'll look at the importance of laying a firm foundation by conducting thorough market research. Selling your goods online is a cost-effective way to access new customers, both locally and internationally. You may feel the impulse to create a website straight away, but a successful push into e-commerce is based on planning and research. With your research in hand, you will be better prepared to make critical business decisions. But what should your research consist of? Your research should consider 5 facets of your business, namely your competitors, products, market, human resources, and internal processes. Competitors. The first step is to look at your competitors to find out how they are selling online. Search the web using keywords that relate to your products and then identify some of the top sellers. Take a look at the websites of the companies you have identified. How do they organise their products or services? How much do they charge? What do they offer in terms of shipping? What is their return policy? How do they offer customer service? In addition to researching their business model, explore the design of their website. How do they display their goods? What website functionality do they offer? It is good to learn best practice from these sites. E-commerce has a well-defined business model, so there is no need to reinvent the wheel. However, it is worthwhile to consider how you will differentiate your business online. Products. Secondly, look at your own products and services and see if they lend themselves to being sold online. You may need to make some adjustments to prepare for online sales. For example, you may have to change the way you price, package, and deliver your products. If you have traditionally sold to businesses, you may need to make some adjustments before you can sell to the public. Consumers typically buy goods in small quantities, so with this in mind, you may need to review your pricing and shipping costs. You do not need to be the cheapest seller, but your prices and value proposition need to be competitive. You may decide that you need a new range to complement your existing stock, specifically to sell online. This is often a good idea, but it will tie up cash within the business. Make sure you have enough working capital to build your website and market your new offering. Resist the temptation to put your entire range online immediately. Start with a small selection and see what sells. You can always add more later. In reviewing your products, there's a danger of trying to perfect your offering before you start to sell. It's often better to start selling early and implement a process of continual improvement, optimizing your products and pricing in response to sales and customer feedback. Collect the information you need to list your products online, such as product descriptions, imagery and video. Creating these digital assets will incur an upfront cost, but can be used across different online channels. Spend time writing your product descriptions using good quality, original copy. If you use a third-party provider, make sure that they understand your business, customers, and products. You can always have someone inside the business write the content first, then let a copywriter refine it. Markets. Next, consider which markets you want to target. Selling online into Great Britain and the Republic of Ireland from Northern Ireland is relatively straightforward and provides access to a large potential customer base. Shipping costs are reasonable and transit times are short. Look into postage costs, get an idea of the size, weight, and volume of the goods you will be shipping, and approach several different postal and courier companies. Costs can vary significantly between carriers. You'll be in a better position to negotiate prices with couriers and shipping companies as your e-commerce business matures. Selling internationally could be extremely beneficial for your business, but it does require more thought and research. Make sure that you research overseas markets thoroughly to understand any additional requirements and cost implications. It may be necessary to translate your product descriptions and other key parts of your website. You may need to test your website in different in-market search engines and understand the local nuances of search keywords, all of which may require a third-party consultant and additional unforeseen costs. Getting the measure of these costs early is a good idea. You will also be required to comply with financial regulations, such as country-specific VAT and other local legislation. Different countries have different customer returns regulations and consumer protection rights, so it is important to understand how each of these could affect you when selling overseas. Human resources. Next, you will need to ensure that you have experienced people to answer customer inquiries, process orders, liaise with key personnel, and deal with any complaints. Assign someone to regularly review your online content to ensure it is up to date. Filling all these roles in a small business can be a challenge. Individuals within small to medium-sized businesses may be required to hold multiple roles. Make sure your employees' skills and experience are being utilised in areas where they can be most productive. Processes. You may need to make changes to your internal processes to facilitate online sales. You will need to ensure that you have efficient processes for managing stock, fulfilling orders, dealing with inquiries, and processing returns. Assign staff to pick and pack products to get your orders ready for dispatch. As the business owner, it will be up to you to review and approve all opportunities, such as new online marketplaces or the sourcing of new products. It is your responsibility to ensure that all revised and new processes are completed in a professional and timely manner. A firm foundation. Initial planning is important to the success of your online business. E-commerce is multifaceted. You will need to consider marketing your products in the digital world, putting new processes in place, giving timely responses to inquiries, and designing a seamless purchasing experience. Researching the key areas we have outlined will give your business a much better chance of success when it comes to selling online. Join us in the next video where we will survey online marketplaces and assess which one will best suit your products or services. See you there.